Hello and welcome to Covey Fabrics DIY channel. My name is Amy and I'm visiting you today from Artisan Upholstery Studio right here on YouTube. I'm working today with two coordinating fabrics from Covey Fabrics on this sweet little side chair. This is our round side chair that we're going to be upholstering today. And we're doing it in these beautiful fabrics. This one is a linen blend fabric. And we're using velvet for the seat. The first thing that you're going to need to do is strip off all the old fabric. These are a couple of tools that you might find useful. This one is a staple remover, but it's also a tack remover. And the other are pliers, which you can use to rip the fabric off. Now this fabric just tears away so easily that I don't need those pliers myself. I'm adding a thick layer of cotton over top of the old padding, and that's going to clean it up and make it a lot softer. I'm also putting a liner fabric on to get my shape. It'll be easier to upholster with the final fabric this way. I'm measuring for my fabric, and I'm allowing a little extra. So we start by stapling front, back, side, and side. Those are our first staples to get the fabric on straight and true. And these staples will probably come out. And then we're going to cut along those back rails. So you want to fold that on a 45-degree angle and make a V cut to each side of the post. Now this chair has 4 posts that we're going to have to cut around. And this V cut will allow you to fold the fabric on either side of the post. So again, you're going in on a diagonal, and then you're going to cut it to either side of that post. And that allows you to roll the fabric around. And again, just a temporary staple. So when you start upholstering the round front edge of the chair, I'm putting in a lot of staples, and then what I'm doing is removing them and adjusting it as I go, because it's really hard to upholster a round edge without getting puckers. So you'll see that as I go, I'm removing the staples and just doing it again until I get it right. And it's just pulling it to the side and trying to figure out how it works best with the chair that you have. measuring for the back so that I can cut that fabric as well. So I'm going to center this pattern. So you're going to measure it, making sure that you have enough to use the pattern as a center point. Again, we're going to add the cotton. So as always, you are stapling the 4 corners first, top, bottom, side, side, and then you're going to work your way all the way around, making sure that the pattern is always centered and not off kilter. Now this chair has this little, I don't know what you call that, a pleat maybe, like a little detail to pull it in so it's not just a plain back, it's got some detail. And if you have buttons on your back, then you can add buttons at this point. The details on the back are added now. So we're going to finish this little edge here and make it look nicer because there's a little raw spot of wood there. So you just take a little piece of scrap fabric, staple it on. Get your cardboard strip so that it has a nice edge to follow, and you staple it on. So we're measuring now for our trim that we're going to make. So the double piping that we're going to make is 2.5 inches wide. So you want to cut your fabric 2.5 inches wide. And then we're going to sew the pieces together so that we have the strips in the length that we need to go all the way around the chair. So the piping is created by sewing in the tissue welt in once and then doing it again. And you need a special foot for this. It's a double piping foot that has 2 grooves to accommodate the tissue welting. A good way to remove puckers is with steam, but I highly recommend testing your fabric to make sure that it is steamable. So we're going to cut the edge off of the trim to get it ready to glue on, and make sure that any seams are not right at the front of the chair. So you just get some hot glue and you go all the way around the chair, being sure not to get any hot glue on the fabric. Bend it when you need to get around edges and corners. It's quite pliable, and just take your time because this is the make it or break it of your chair. You can destroy your chair if you don't put the double piping on right. And to finish it off, I'm just I'm cutting a raw edge on this one because it doesn't fray too much, and I think that it will make it the most invisible. So you're just gluing it and making sure that it's nice and close. And you're going to do the same thing with the inside back as well as the outside back of the chair to finish it off and make it look good. And here's our finished chair. Isn't it just dreamy? I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.